So make sure if you're interested in testing my Pegasus unicorn pattern, you go apply today. This week's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this little cutie step by step. This is Felipe the frog. I just love this little pattern. At the end of the tutorial, I'm going to share with you this week's winner. Well, hello my crafty friends, and welcome to another Friday video. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. For those of you that are new, my name is April and I'm the creator and designer behind The Cozy Buckeye. And on this channel, I just like to share my passion with you. I love to crochet. I have a small business where I sell at markets. And here on this channel, I share a lot of roundup videos. I love to share patterns. I love to highlight other creators. So if any of that interests you, please consider subscribing to this channel. I'd love to have you. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's mostly going to be about Felipe the frog. I am filming a tutorial for you today and sharing with you how to crochet him yourself. This is a free pattern I offer on my Instagram. So if you want to look at the written version, you can go there and just do me a favor and give it a like. Save it for later, of course. And if you want, you can even share it. That would really help me out. I just appreciate all the support so much. You guys are awesome. I also want to just talk a little bit about what's coming. I am going to be posting my tester call today on Instagram as well. So make sure if you're interested in testing my Pegasus unicorn pattern, you go apply today. I will be back from my crochet retreat on Sunday, and I will probably pick my tester Sunday night. This test might go on a week or two. I'm going to have several different things I want tested, and my husband's having surgery, so the test might be, you might have a little bit longer to test for me on this one. So I haven't quite decided, but it might be a week or even two. So if you want to apply, go head over there. At the end of the tutorial, I'm going to share with you this week's winner. So if you want to skip this tutorial, you can go here and I'll post the timestamp here to see the winner. I'm also going to share with you one of my makes I've made this week, and I'm offering it on sale. So if you want to check that out, I will be offering this particular market make on sale. So this week's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this little cutie step by step. This is Felipe the frog. I just love this little pattern. I love how I did the back legs to make him look like he's got some bigger legs back there and his mouth. He's so cute. What do you guys think of this yarn? Actually, I bought this yarn to make Kermit the Frog. My kids gave me a book this Christmas with Kermit, and I had been looking for the perfect Kermit color, and I have found this. This is Loops and Threads Demi Pearl. This color is just so pretty. I love it so much. I need to find more of it. When I went, they only had 2 skeins. So the pattern that my kids gave me was in skinny yarn, and I wanted to make a giant Kermit, which I haven't done yet. But I wanted to make this little frog because it's just such a great color, and I wanted to share it with you. This color is called Vibrant Green, in case you guys are wondering. And I am using 14mm safety eyes on this guy. I also made him in Premier Parfait Plush with 12mm eyes, and the size comparison is quite significant. This size is also pretty close to Elise Voluto, I would say. And, if you want to make him in Burnett, he'll probably be a little bit bigger. So 12 or 14mm eyes, just use what you like. I just love him though. And I wanted to share him with you. This week's video works out great because I am, you guys, leaving tomorrow for my crochet retreat, which I'm so excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I have been packing, but I just thought this video would be quick and easy to get out to you because I want to give you guys something each week. I love sharing with you, and this is a tutorial that I've been wanting to film anyway, so I thought, why not? This is the perfect week to do it. I can film it today and edit it, and then it'll be ready for you guys on Friday while I'm gone at my retreat. So what do you say we get started? You want to come along and learn how to make Felipe the frog? Let's go. All right, so in today's video, in this little tutorial, I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this cutie right here. I just love this pattern. You can find it on my Instagram. For this pattern, you are going to need a bulky yarn. I am using Loops and Threads Demi Pearl in the color Vibrant Green. I just love this color, you guys. It's so nice. And this one's pretty soft. It's not stiff, so that's awesome. And I am also going to be using a 6.5 millimeter tulip hook. I have been sizing down my hooks lately, you guys. And then I am going to be using 14 millimeter safety eyes. So I have a tapestry needle, I have stuffing, and you are going to need scissors, okay? All right, so let's get started. First, we are going to start with a magic ring, all right? And inside of the magic ring, you are going to place 7 single crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so you're going to pull your ring closed. I always just like to double check this step just in case, you know, because it's the very beginning. You don't want to mess it up. And count your stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we should be good to go. So the next round, round 2, I'm going to increase in each of these single crochets. So we're going to do 7 increases, and I'm going to mark my stitch here with this stitch marker. Anytime you're working in the round, it's very important. All right, and I'm going to be probably fighting with my yarn here. All right, so we're going to do 6 more increase stitches. Okay, it's always good to count. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So you're gonna have 14 stitches. Now we're into round 3. Okay, so round 3, we're gonna do a single crochet, mark your stitch. We have an increase. And then we have another single crochet, and then another increase. Ooh. I'm not really used to working with this yarn a whole lot. I've only used Demi Pearl twice. It's very thick, and I've been using a lot of Elise Voluto. The tension's a lot different. Okay. So the next stitch, we are going to create the eyeball, and I'm going to do a bobble stitch, and this is going to be a 5 double crochet bobble. So you're going to have, when you're done, 6 loops on your hook after you do 5 bobbles, and 5 incomplete bobbles. So there's 4, and then we have 5. Okay, and then you're going to have 6 loops on your hook, and you're going to pull your yarn through all 6 loops. And then the next stitch, you're going to do a single crochet, and then an increase, and then a single crochet, and then an increase, and then we have another bobble. So you're going to do 5 incomplete double crochets in the same stitch, and you should have 6 loops on your hook. So there was 4, this is 5. So there's 6. We're going to close it up, and then you have another single crochet and another increase, a single crochet, and another increase. So you should have 20 stitches on your hook. Now sometimes when I do a magic ring, I kind of have this little bump right there. I'd like to take my hook, grab that, pull it through, and then I take my tail and just pull it through, so that gives kind of a finished, cleaner look there. That's just a little tip for you guys. I do that on every single pattern that starts with a magic ring. Okay, so the next round we are going to start, we are going to add sort of the top of the lip. So first we're going to do 7 single crochets. We'll start with 1 and then add our stitch marker. We have 6 more, so this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2, 4, 6, and 7. Okay, now we are going to half double crochet increase in the next 6 stitches, but we're only going to use the front loops only. So you're going to, each stitch is going to go in the front loop. And what this does is it helps push the lip out by using the front loop. So we're going to start with our first. You know, and this one right here by this bobble might be kind of hard to get in, so you can always use your darning needle to kind of pull that loop up. So there's 1. And then the next front loop. Again, sometimes these are tricky, you guys. My tension's always so tight, so sometimes it's hard. This is 3. And this is 4. Five. And 6. All right. Okay, so then we have 7 single crochets. And now we're in both of the loops again. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you see when you put it in that front loop how it kind of makes that stick up like that. That's kind of what I was going for in this design. Okay, so the next round we're going to do 7 single crochets. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so the next 6 decreases are going to go in these back loops here. And this is just going to kind of give you this little line in the front, which kind of looks like the lip, which I really liked. So we're going to use all of these back loops this time. All right, so we have 6 decreased stitches in the back loop only. This yarn, I'm going to be fighting this yarn, you guys. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So see how it gives you that line across the front? That's what I was going for. Okay, now we have 7 single crochet stitches, or in the both loops again. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so that's what we have so far. The next round's easy. We're just gonna single crochet around, so let's do that. And you should have 20. All right, so now that we're finished with round 6, I like to pause here to add my safety eyes. So we're gonna use 2 of our safety eyes. Okay, and you're gonna pop your safety eyes in this little spot right here. You can put them on both sides before you punch them in. All right, and then we're just gonna tack them down. And I just like using safety eyes versus embroidered eyes on this one just because it kind of pushes back into the bobble, and I just like the look of it. Okay, so there's your eyeballs. Now we're going to move on to round 7. Round 7 is when we're adding the legs. So first we're going to do 3 single crochets. I think my yarn got twisted here. Start that again. 3 single crochets. One, 2, and 3. Okay, so the next stitch is going to be a 5 triple crochet bobble. So you're doing 5 unfinished triple crochets, which the reason why I did this because I just liked how it made the leg looked bigger. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you should have 6 loops on your hook. So there's 6. All right, you want to pull that tight, and then the next stitch is a single crochet. You're going to do 4 single crochets. So 1, You want to tighten that next stitch down, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to do another bobble. So this is a 5 double crochets unfinished in this bobble. Okay, so we should have 6 loops on our hook. And then we have 3 more single crochets. All right, and then 1 more bobble. 5 unfinished double crochets. You will have 5 loops on your hook. And then we have 4 single crochets. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have one last triple crochet bobble. So we have 5 unfinished triple crochets. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, you just want to tighten that down, and then you have 2 single crochets. Okay, so now we're going to start decreasing your frog. Okay, so we have basically single crochet decrease times 6 and then a decrease at the end. So we have 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. Do that 5 more times. Then our last stitch is a decrease. We have 1 more decrease. Okay. All right, so next we are going to begin stuffing. I'm going to take out my stitch marker here, and I'm going to stuff my frog. I just kind of like to pull the stuffing apart a little bit so it's not so chunky, and then shove it in there. That way I can move it around if I need to. There's a skill and an art to stuffing, you guys. I tend to stuff on the high, like I stuff a lot more than most people. And when I first started, I didn't stuff this much, but if you don't stuff a lot and you don't sell your plushies the first year, the second year they get kind of deflated. So it's important to kind of just really stuff them well. Plus, like, if kids have them for a while, you don't want them to be so flat. So anyway, we're gonna stuff it up. Try to push it in so the stuffing's not in the way of your hook. I don't like it when stuffing comes up through my stitches. All right, so next is the last round, and we're going to do six decreases. One of the stitches is going to be left unworked, so we have one. I'm going to mark my stitch. That's one, and then we have two. Three. Oops. Start that one again. 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, then we're going to fasten off. Leave a small tail to close your hole here. So you do leave the last stitch unworked, you guys, so don't forget that. Okay, so I just want to make sure that my frog isn't too stuffed, because I want him to be sort of flat at the bottom. So I might need to stick my finger in here and kind of rework the fluff, kind of flatten him down. And I think I might have just a little bit too much in there. So I want him to be sort of flat on the bottom, so he'll sit. Okay. All right. You also want to kind of squeeze his lip a little bit to make it kind of pooch out. All right. So next, you're going to take and thread your needle, and you're going to go around all the front loops to close this up. So you're going to hit each one of these front loops. All right, and then you're going to pull it tight. And then I usually take my yarn under here in the back, and I'll thread it through a couple this way, and then I go back the other way. This just kind of locks it into place. All right, so then I trim that off. And there's your frog. I just love this color, and I just love this design. I think for this frog in this size, I could probably sell it for $10 at market. Now, if you're using a smaller yarn, if you put it on a keychain, you might get 10, but I think this is more like a $5 or $8 make. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you found it helpful, give this video a like for me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's quick little tutorial for Felipe the Frog. Thank you so much for joining me if you stuck around for it. And if you didn't, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to talk to you guys about this week's giveaway winner. I just also wanted to say thank you guys so much for all of your support and comments. I'm really enjoying these giveaways so much, and it just, reading all of your comments just has been so helpful during these hard times right now with my family. So thank you for all of the support, for the comments for my family, for the comments for video ideas, for pattern ideas, just all of your loving comments. I just appreciate it so much. The community here has been just amazing, and I'm so very thankful for all of you. In the hard times, we have to appreciate what we're thankful for, and I am thankful for all of you. So this week's giveaway winner, you know, I can't help but keep picking people that just need a little boost, you know? And I am picking Bent Needles Crochet this week for the giveaway winner. She writes, "Hello, April. I love to watch your videos. I am really close to your location. I live in Dayton. My story isn't an unusual one. I just celebrated my 30th wedding anniversary in November 2025. My husband has been sick with a rare condition that we had to travel all across the country in order to get a diagnosis. It took 4 years to get that diagnosis. He was 33 years old when this happened in 2004. He is now 54 and cannot work outside the home because of his condition. So for 22 years now, he has been sick. This disease has forced us to adapt in many ways we never thought we would ever have to. Crochet is my therapy. Otherwise, I don't know how I would have dealt with this for so many years. I've had to save his life with medication numerous times. I'm trying to build up my business in order to make more income for us. I admire and respect you very much. You and Stacy Makes are my favorite channels to watch. I will be praying for your whole family." I'm so sorry that you've had to deal with that, and I'm sorry for your husband, but I am so glad you have been able to find therapy in crochet. I've talked about this so many times. It is something that so many of us here in this community use for therapy. It's such a great coping mechanism. I don't know what I would do without it. I mean, life can be hard, and crochet just gets us through. So I'm so glad that you are able to use crochet, and I wish you luck with your business. That's so exciting. I love being able to make the things and sell them, and it feels so rewarding to have this small business. So I wish you all the luck. I wish you and your husband all the best. But you're this week's giveaway winner. So what I need you to do is I'm going to comment on your comment, and then I'm going to give you my email address, and I just need you to send me an email with your pattern choice, and I will email it over to you. I will try to email it this week, but it might be next week. I will have my iPad with me. I might take my laptop, but I'm going to be gone until Sunday. So it might, you might have to wait till Sunday to get your pattern. I'm just so thankful for all of you. And if you would like to enter next week's giveaway, just leave me a comment below. I would appreciate it. You guys can let me know what you thought of the tutorial, or, tell me your story. Tell me your story. I would love to hear from you and get to know you, and just it's just lovely reading your comments. So the other thing I wanted to share with you is I made Marshy the Market Bunny in Posh Yarn, you guys. How cute is Marshy? Oh my goodness, it's so tiny. I mean, look how small, okay? This is the Marshy that you can get if you make the pattern in Burnett, okay? So cute. I'm going to try to make more of my patterns in these little sizes, but also Marshy the Market Bunny comes in this floppy ear option, which I love. So you can make either one. And with it being so close to Easter, I wanted to share this pattern and give you guys a sale, so you can, if you haven't picked this one up, with it being Easter, it'd be a great make. So have fun with this one. If you haven't got your hands on it, go show me some support and purchase it. I will have it marked 25% off this week. And also, go save Felipe the Frog on Instagram and give me a follow on Instagram. I'd appreciate that. And the last thing is, don't forget the tester call on Instagram for my Unicorn and Pegasus pattern, you guys. If you haven't seen it, this is the Pegasus. I love it. And then I have the Unicorn. So we're going to be running a test. I need some applications for it. So get on over there and apply. So I'll be picking my testers on Sunday. But, with this pattern, you could make so many different options. So it's so cute. I'm in love with this pattern. I think it's going to go over really big. I think these are going to be great market makes for your markets. So I love it. Okay. So head on over to Instagram and apply for this tester call, and also save and share Felipe and give me a follow on Instagram. So I hope you guys have a good week, and I guess that's it for this video. So thanks again for joining me. I appreciate all your support. As always, give this video a like if you found it helpful, and you guys, I will see you soon. All right.